Are you a person who always need to use computer to do your work? Then this video is perfect for you. Did you know that using computer for a long time without taking a break can cause several harm to your body? There are so many health problems caused by excessive computer usage. For example, musculoskeletal problem, vision problem, repetitive stress injuries, headache, obesity, stress disorder, laptop use injuries, sleeping problem, hearing loss from headphone, and increased risk of blood clots. So, in order to avoid health problems caused by excessive computer usage, I will guide you by explaining to you some ways that you can do and practice every time you need to work using computer. So, without wasting any more time, let's jump right into it. There are a total of 9 guidelines that you can follow in order to make sure you are using computer safely without harming your body. All, we have computer chair guidelines. It might seem like it's not important, but it really is. You need to ensure that the head of the chair are comfortable enough to allow the feet to rest flat on the floor or footrest without hanging. You also must not crossing your leg while sitting. Then, you also can adjust the lumbar support heights and depths to provide comfortable lower back support. This will avoid you from getting back pain. Ensure that the chair backrest corresponds to the spine natural curvature, providing enough support to the lumbar region. Ensure that the chair has a 5-leg base with roller to move easily on the floor. Suppose the chair has a recline lock, set this at a comfortable position. It's generally better to be slightly reclined, as this helps release tension from the lower back. That is for the first one. Let's move to the second one. We also need to have ideal armrest position. It is advisable to use broader, flatter, padded armrests that allow free access to keyboard and mouse use. It is advisable to have adjustable head armrests which can be adjusted to allow the shoulder to relax and elbow to stay close to the body. For that, you also need to adjust height of working table. For a fixed head work surface, it's probably between 28 inch to 30 inch above the floor. While this is a comfortable height for writing on paper, it's too high for computer keyboard and mouse work. The best arrangement is to install a height adjustable keyboard or mouse tray system beneath the work surface. Another option is to place the keyboard and mouse on the desk and adjust the chair upward, using a footrest to maintain proper sitting posture. Next, for the adjustable height work surface, please set it to a comfortable height for writing and then attach a separate height adjustable keyboard or mouse tray system to adjust this component correctly. Moreover, computer monitor is also important. For most workstations, the best position for the monitor is directly in front of the operator. If the operator occasionally looks at the screen due to the nature of the job, it is okay to place the monitor to the side. For example, people who frequently interact with others across a desk, like a bank teller and manager, they may want to keep the monitor to the side so that it doesn't interfere with their communication. A good solution for this situation is a movable swivel arm. The monitor should be at the comfortable horizontal distance for viewing, usually around arm's length. Sit back in the chair and rest the arm, and the fingers should touch the screen. At this distance, it will be easy to see the monitor viewing area without making head movement. If the text looks too small, then either use a larger font or magnify the screen image in the software rather than sitting closer to the monitor. The top of the monitor screen is at or below the eye level of the operator. After sitting comfortably, a user eye should be in line with a point on the screen about 23 inch below the top of the monitor casing, not the screen. In addition, we also have keyboard guidelines. First of all, you need to ensure that the ergonomic keyboard is placed directly in front of the operator. Choose a system that is height adjustable. Tilt the keyboard away from the operator slightly for better posture, like negative tilt. And use the mouse with the upper arm relaxed and as close to the body as possible. Using a slightly negative keyboard tilt will help to keep the wrist in the proper neutral position. Avoid positive keyboard tilt where the top row of key is noticeably higher than the bottom of row of key. You also need to make sure that if legs are attached to the bottom front of the keyboard, they are left unextended. Finally, Keep the mouse close to the keyboard so that the operator doesn't have to reach far to grasp it. On top of that, we also need to look at keyboard tray guidelines. First of all, we need to ensure that the ergonomic keyboard tray has adjustment mechanism that lock into position without having to turn knobs. These are frequently over-tightened, leading to stripped threads, or they may be difficult for some users to loosen. The width and depth of the ergonomic keyboard tray should be large enough to accommodate the keyboard and any secondary device such as mouse. The minimum vertical adjustment strength for a sitting position should be 22 inch to 28 inch from the floor if the operator is working in the sitting position using a keyboard tray. Furthermore, mouse is also important. We need to ensure that the ergonomic mouse pointer is close to the keyboard. Sit back in the chair, relax the arm, then lift the mouse in hand. Pivoting at the elbow until the hand is just above elbow level. The mouse should be positioned somewhere around this point. Don't use a mouse by stretching to the desk or out of the side. With a flat mouse platform, position this 1 to 2 inch above the keyboard and over the numeric keypad if the operator is right-handed. They can easily move it out of the way if there is a need to access this key. With a downward sloping mouse platform, position this close to the side of the keyboard so that the operator can use the mouse in a neutral wrist position. After that, you need to use an ergonomic mouse pad with a raised palm rest to promote neutral wrist posture. Among the different ergonomic computer mouse, always select the mouse with a trackball. Don't select mouse with thumb for rolling its ball. The cord of the ergonomic computer mouse should be long enough to be conveniently placed near the keyboard. The shape and the size of ergonomic mouse should be good enough to snap into the curve of the hand. On the other hand, one of the most important things is to maintain a balanced computing posture. First of all, you need to correct your back posture. So, your back need to be straight and entirely supported by the backrest. You need to always check that the feet can be placed flat on the floor or on a footrest. You can do this by adjusting your chair height. Secondly, you also need to look at your neck. You need to ensure that the heads and neck are as straight as possible. Your head rotation also need to be less than 20 degrees. Thirdly, for your shoulder, you need to relax your shoulder and do not raise them. After that, you also need to look at your upper arm and elbow. You need to ensure that the user elbow angle, the angle between the inner surface of the upper arm and the forearm, is at or greater than 90 degrees to avoid nerve compression at the elbow. You also need to ensure that the upper arm and elbow are as close to the body and as relaxed as possible for mouse use. Let's look at hand, wrist and forearm. You need to make sure that the wrist is as straight as possible when the mouse is being used. You also need to make sure that user reach the keyboard key with their wrist as flat as possible, not bent up or down, and straight, not bent left or right. So for the last guideline, we need to practice micro break during your work with computer. Most typing is done in bursts rather than continuously. Between these bursts of activity, the operator should rest the hand relaxed, flat, straight posture. Then, during a micro break, the operator can briefly stretch, stand up, move around, or do a different work task, like make a phone call. A micro break is not necessarily a break from work, but it is a break from using a particular set of muscle and doing most of the work. The finger flexor if you are doing much typing. So we have two kinds of break. The first one is rest break. Every 30 to 16 minutes, you should take a brief rest break. During this break, stand up, move around, and do something else. For the eye breaks, every 15 minutes, the operator should briefly look away from the screen for a minute or two to a more distant scene, preferably something more than 20 feet away. This lets the muscle inside the eye relax. Also, you can blink your eye rapidly for a few seconds. This refreshes the tear film and clear dust from the eye surface.